Well, hello, and welcome back, and thank you, as always, for tuning in. When my wife Cindy and I travel, as we're doing right now, I frequently record some videos ahead of time. We are in Puerto Vallarta on the Pacific coast of Mexico right now. In fact, we're just outside of Puerto Vallarta at a house on the beach. So my father has some friends that have property on the beach. He's from Texas, and his friends are in the oil business. So they, at one point in time, had not one but two beach properties in Mexico. And over the course of the last 20 years or so, we've had the very good fortune to be able to take time out of our lives and vacation there. So that's where we are currently. So, wherever you find yourself, I want to say a few words today about tranquility and peace. It doesn't sound like a super shiny topic, does it? And it may not get the highest approval by search engine optimization, may not have the highest SEO or appear brilliant and sexy or whatever. Because when you look at all of the messages that are out there, all over the place, including in the spiritual arena, which we could most certainly refer to as a marketplace, there are messages all over of hot, sexy bodies and manifesting lots of money or a new car or things like this. And, well, how does peace and tranquility even stand up to those? Right? Oh, it goes far beyond those. And that's how. You'll notice that A Course in Miracles does not concern itself with things like acquiring what we consider wealth here in the world, with money, property, possessions, social status. I mean, you might start practicing this course and have people shun you because they think you're a woo-woo freak. Has that happened to any of you? It has happened to me. Not a problem. Things like that, right? And this is what happens when you embark on a self-study curriculum, is you do it yourself, but you're not alone. That's why this video series exists. That's why this conversation is going on right now. And let's spend some time talking about why peace and tranquility are so important, because this course is about changing our minds. It's not about getting more money. If you happen to get some more money while changing your mind, fantastic. If you happen to get svelter, stronger, hotter while you're changing your mind, great. Get svelter, stronger, hotter. Have a beautiful bottle of wine and a week or a weekend on the beach. Do that as long as you're changing your mind. That's what this course is for. So I'd like to call your attention to a passage from the course that you may be familiar with, where Jesus reminds us that a tranquil mind is not a little gift. It is not a little gift. A tranquil mind is not a little gift. Why can I say with 100% certainty that this course goes beyond anything that we may try to bring into our experience here in the physical world? It's because it asserts that there is no world. We've made it up. We are not physical bodies. And deep down, you know if you did not at least acknowledge this on some level, there's no way in the world that you would be watching this. You would not be interested in spirituality. It would not even intrigue you or command your attention in any way. The call to awaken, the call of our inner teacher goes out to all of us at all times. The question, are you listening? And at some point, you have listened more than once. That's why you're here. So, welcome. Why is a tranquil mind huge? Well, we discover in the world, when we really allow ourselves to think about it, that when we're carried away by what passes for life, when we're totally preoccupied with our jobs, with paying bills, with email, with all of the chores that we've assigned to ourselves here at home, all of these things that need doing, all of that, it's very easy to just get carried away in that and become overwhelmed, anxious, frantic. It's very easy to do. We've all done it a multitude of times. So, why would we want to cultivate a calm mind? Well, anxiety is suffering, overwhelm is suffering. It's not wholly joyous. Anything that is not wholly joyous is a sure sign that we've chosen the ego instead of God, that we've chosen to run off and think we're separate rather than accept the fact of oneness, perfect oneness. So we have what this course refers to as a split mind. The more we cultivate mental calm and tranquility, the more we can hear the voice of our inner teacher, the more we can hear the voice of the Holy Spirit. And we can't hear it when we're frantic. Just think about the decisions that we make when we're frantic. I mean, do you make excellent, perfect decisions when you're absolutely frantic? You're not apt to. None of us is. Therefore, tranquility, peace, and tranquility are a thing in spirituality. They're definitely a thing here in A Course in Miracles. When you go through the workbook for students, it is absolutely no mistake at all that the practice periods, as they're called, are meditations. They are meditation sessions. This is why meditation and what people refer to as mindfulness practice are things in spirituality, in many traditions worldwide. Because a tranquil mind is not a little gift. What will you notice when you become more mentally calm? Number one, you'll be able to hear the voice of our inner teacher. Granted, this may not sound like a voice speaking to you in a language that we understand here in the world. It could be something as simple as an intuitive hit or a gut feeling. You know what that is like, a deep inner knowing. That's the Holy Spirit. When something lands for you, that's the Holy Spirit. You might read something that triggers something deep within you. You might hear something. You might watch a video that triggers something deep within you, for example. It could be any number of things. We hear better with a calm and peaceful mind. Now, what's the practical benefit to this? When you have a calmer, peaceful, more tranquil mind, things don't bother you as much as they used to. One way, in fact, that you can gauge, very accurately gauge, how much your spiritual practice is working is to think of who you were when you started, whenever that was. If it was 5 minutes ago, great, use that. If this happened to be 35 years ago, great, use that. Whatever it is your practice, whatever your practice is, and whatever you're doing, where were you when you first started out? Where are you now? Are you more loving, calmer, more patient, more peaceful, more tranquil, relaxed, and chill? These things naturally come with dedicated practice. So you might find yourself asking why that is important. Here's a practical gauge. Think of a situation or a person or a group of people that used to bother you. Now, after your length of time doing spiritual practice, when you see these people or think about these people or hear about them or this situation or this person, does it affect you in the same way? Does it bother you like it used to, or can you simply look right past it? That is a sure sign of a more tranquil mind. That is not a little gift. That means that you're setting the ego aside. Keep going. All of the things that trouble us in the world are illusion. This world itself is illusion. There is only the peace of God. So when your mind becomes more tranquil and peaceful, it only becomes more natural. In other words, you're simply being you with a capital Y, huh? You're simply being who we are. It's your self with a capital S. A mind that is peaceful and tranquil and wholly joyous is simply natural. This is our natural state. And when you begin to experience it, it feels natural and right and effortless. Yes, just yes. So, this is why tranquility of mind is so important. So, on a couple of practical notes here, many people say, I cannot meditate. I don't have time. Oh, but you do. A very effective, and if you want to judge it as successful, okay, go ahead. A successful meditation can be just as short as one breath. One. You have time for that, do you not? I hope so. We simply pay attention. We place our awareness on an inhale and an exhale breath. Huh. And just that quickly. When we place our awareness on this and notice the breath, notice the sensations that it makes as air comes into the physical body and as it leaves, as we exhale, just place your awareness on that, just for one cycle of breath. That is a meditation practice. Having paid attention to one breath, you're cordially invited to pay attention to the next breath and the next. As we go forward, this is only one example of meditation. You may have different techniques that you currently practice. So do what you find to be effective for you. This video just aims to underscore the importance of this because a tranquil mind is not a small gift in any way. It's huge, huge. All right. So, as always, if you have comments or questions, please feel welcome to leave them here. I will have access to the internet, even if it's spotty or sporadic during this week on the beach in Mexico. So, wherever you find yourself, I realize that it's February and it's winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Some of you may be socked in under a wall of clouds and snow and ice. But wherever you happen to find yourself, I hope that you'll heed this message from our inner teacher today and cultivate this peace and tranquility of mind. Again, questions, please leave them if you've got them. If you have not subscribed, we'd love to have you join us. This is the subscription arrow here in the corner of your screen. So go ahead and click that, hover over that little prompt right there, and you'll be invited to join us. And if you are a subscriber, first of all, thank you for joining us. You can set your notification settings on YouTube to be notified whenever a new video is posted on this channel, and that is the simple bell icon, which you can click on and will bring up notification options. So if you would like to be informed every time a new video drops, which is several times a week, that's how you accomplish that. Okay, so thank you as always for tuning in. I'll see you soon.